In this video, I'll show you a little bit of the drive to get from Las Vegas to Dyer, Nevada. And I'll talk a little bit about some of the things along the way and the RV park that we're staying at, which is Wagon RV Park in Dyer, Nevada. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thanks for watching. After a week in Vegas, it was time for us to hit the dusty trails. So we're heading to Esmeralda, or what was formerly called Esmeralda, but Wagon RV Park in Dyer, Nevada. So on March 30th, we headed out Sunday, and this is the route we took. We passed through some cool towns. There was first Beatty. I don't know how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. Looks like a cool old town. Definitely want to experience that. Goldfield, we explore a little while we're at Esmeralda. Tonopah, which we went through to go to Love's. And then we go on to Wagon RV Park. Now, there was a shorter route that would have cut off about an hour and a half. But the two reasons we didn't do that was because A, I wasn't sure of the road. And B, there was a Love's in Tonopah that so we could fuel up, and I wasn't sure where the next fuel station would be since we're going to Lone Pine after this. Good thing because it is the only one in the area. So hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to do a little bit of the route, and then we're going to take a drive over across 168 to Big Pine, grab some lunch. We just want to check out that road. It looks fun, and we want to see if the camper could go. It's a bit windy. It could happen, but we're not going to do it. So hope you enjoy the video. Here's the town of Beatty. We That's a cool looking town. I've looked at staying there before, and I think there's an RV park not too far from there that we would fit in, but we didn't do it this time, so we'll have to plan again. I did not include any of us leaving Vegas because I've showed that in a couple other videos. So I just thought I'd show a couple of the highlights along the trip. Now, I will say most of the trip is just not much to see. But the few things like the old towns and stuff along the way are pretty cool. So, um, it was an easy drive. We did have to go, or we did choose to go about an hour and a half longer. There was a road that said we could have cut over through, I think it's Lola or something. That's a lonely road. We did drive that at the Jeep while we were there, so we did get, it would have been fine. The camper would have been fine going over it. The only problem is the only fuel station for us was the Love's, and that was in Tonopah. So it just made sense to going up to Tonopah, go over the way the Garmin was saying. And one thing, if you travel enough, you learn is to trust your GPS, but verify everything it says. Because just because it says it, don't make it a good idea. I will show you some more of Goldfield and the gym fields in a later video. We do take a day and drive back over and go through Tonopah and all. Beautiful area, so I'll save that for another day. This is just a drive through. I will say the Dyer, Nevada and Wagon RV Park it is pretty far out there in the middle of nowhere, but they are some of the nicest people we have met. The camp host and Miss Linda, the owner, are some of the very nicest people. And it's a beautiful area. It's very quiet. You can do stargazing. There's trails to ride. Lots of things to do. So it was well worth going out there and making that a stop. And I'm glad I did it. And there'll be a couple videos coming out about that too, and the things we did in that area and what there is to do there. So enjoy the drive to get there. The first night we got there, we got all set up, everything was great, and then about 6:30 that evening, the power went out. Apparently, there was a fire across the mountain in Bishop, and yeah, no good. We ran the generator till about 10 o'clock, and then waited. Fortunately, the power came back on about 2 a.m. and problem solved. And I'm really grateful. That was such a nice RV park. Not all of them are 50 amp. They do have some 30 amp. They have some 50, 30 amp, and some that are just 30 amp. So there was not busy at all when we were there. There was, one or two other campers. I think they have like 20 sites and a couple cabins, a little museum there. Cool area, lots of trail riding. The only thing is it was a tad cold when we were there. So we knew we were going to Lone Pine, so we didn't trail ride on the side by side there, but we did take the Jeep out. Here we're leaving the little shop and go store gas station that's right beside it. And we were, there was a gas station right there so we could fuel up, which is great. It's pricey because, you're right out in the middle of nowhere in Nevada, right on the California line. There are several things to do here in the area, and I'll talk more about that in another video. I put out a little video of the drone flying over the sump, which has Apache tier stones you can get, and a lot of rocks you can collect. And just a cool little area. It is a farming community. She has a museum there of stuff she's collected. And like I said, I'll talk about that in another video. Here we are. We're crossing over. This is a route that the Garmin said we could take the camper over. And while most of it is not bad, there are some steep inclines and some twisty turns. So, and this is an area you definitely have to watch out for snow. There are signs up that chains are required during certain times of year. So, and we're pressing the luck on that. We're a little bit infringing on the time here at the beginning of April. So it was pretty chilly while we were there a few days, but we even got snow one night, which is kind of funny. We're so always amazed by that. But this is a cool little drive, and then we'll get over there and I'll tell you the name of the place we got lunch. It is a really good barbecue place. Prices weren't horrible for the area, but it was good food. So it's fine if it's good, if the food's good. But here's the drive across the mountain to Big Pine. The road we're taking over is Highway 168, and like I said, for the most part, wasn't that bad. There are no railings, and there are some edges, and there is one section that is one lane. But just depends on you, I guess. Where we ate was called Copper Top Barbecue, and it's just as soon as we got off this road, turned left, and Copper Top was right there. And it's a local favorite because there was a lot of locals there. So hope you enjoyed the drive. We hit a little snow as we were getting there and on the way back. And unfortunately, it was raining not hard, but hard enough when we got there. And apparently, I drew long, long straw because I'm the one that had to get out and place the order and get in the rain and wait in line out in the cold and rain. They'd give me his jacket. I had my jacket, and I was still cold. But after you place the order, then you can go inside and pick it up. And the food was really good. They had tri-tips, pulled pork, and something else. We had pulled pork, tri-tip, and ribs, the rib meal. And all three of them were really good. So, um, well worth the stop, and it was a fun drive. And you can see they're rather busy here. So, after we got the food, we pulled out, we stopped and ate it in the Jeep. And is a place inside to eat. There are tables inside, but we had the dogs with us, so couldn't do that. But there is seating inside. So we headed back across the mountain, and I won't bore you with a lot of that. I'll just give you a few clips, especially the one lane part going through. I will include that since I didn't include it on the way over.
Wasn't born to be a fighter, aiming higher, where the air feels lighter. When I saw myself inside another, then I knew what I had to do. No, I needed to fight for you. Ears turn words into silence, running with no guidance, lovers without love. One day, feel your heart go colder, tell you that it's over. You need the hurt to make it heal. So give me something real, give me something true, give me something painful, something I can feel. If this is how it ends, if this is where it dies, if this is where my heart breaks, I need to make it feel.
This is a really pretty section of the road. And we're coming up on the canyon part where it turns into a one lane section. And we did see a semi truck, big tandem axle driving through there. And there is a warning sign that if you're driving a semi with over a certain length, that it's unadvised. But he was hauling hay back and forth from Dyer to this area, somewhere's over to Big Pine. And we saw him going back and forth. So, semi was going through here. I'm not sure he was supposed to, but he did. You certainly wouldn't want to do it if it was snowy or icy because that road could get really nasty and there aren't ledges. But this was a really pretty section, and this is the one lane section where it says to yield to the other lane, which you can't see. So how do you know when to yield? But you figure it out, I guess. But what a pretty drive.
Ooh, just give me something real. Some days get heavy as a boulder, a wounded soldier, 5 years older. Heads got stuck in the game. Every day it stay the same. Doesn't matter who's to blame. Things just spin out of control like a shotgun to the soul. And baby, we just had to deal. So give me something real, give me something true, give me something painful, something I can feel. If this is how it ends, if this is where it dies, if this is where my heart breaks, I need to make it feel. Oh, give me something real, yeah. Give me something real. Give me something real. Give me something true. Give me something painful, something I can feel. If this is how it ends, if this is where it dies, if this is where my heart breaks, I need to make it real. So give me something real, give me something true, give me something painful, something
coming to this area. This gives you some idea of what to expect. Just know there are no grocery stores. The closest one is either Tonopah or Bishop. There is a shop and go in Dyer. There is not any big grocery stores anywhere in that area, so stock up before you come. Check your fuel. You can get gas and everything, but it's going to be pricey out there. This is a farming community, but such a pretty area. There's ghost towns to visit, which I'll talk about in another video. The gym fields. If you go on to Wagon Wheel RV Resort in Dyer, Nevada, if you go on their website, they have a really good page that lists all the stuff to do in the area. And they do an OHV poker run. I can't remember when. There's several different events that happen. So check that out, because I think that's July 4th, but check it out. We're early in the season getting here. They don't normally, they're open year round, I think, but people, it's still cold here right now. So not the best time of year. It worked for us, and it was quiet, which was fun. We got to meet the hosts and the owner, Miss Linda, and just a really nice place. So I do recommend it, even though it wasn't really long enough for our rig. We were able to park the trailer right next to us, and they're very hospitable. There's places to park the trailer if you need to. Just call them up and talk to them. They're extremely friendly, extremely nice people, and they'll give you all the information you need. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you do, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and thank you for watching. This is a way to travel. We'll catch y'all down the road.